Aquarius, a very warm welcome. My name's Drew. This is Modern Tarot. This is a reading all about who has you on their mind. So this could be someone you're with, Aquarius. This could be someone from the past. This could be somebody in your periphery that you have no idea. It might come as a bit of a surprise to some of you. So we're going to find out how they see you, how you see them, if you know them, their challenge, your challenge, and kind of like the mutual energies. So those of you that are new here, welcome, by the way, and those of you returning, welcome back. So Aquarius, one more shuffle, and we're going to go straight into this reading. Who has you on their mind? Okay. How this person sees you. Right, look, you know, Aquarius, this person sees you as someone that they look up to. They see you, they could see you as the one, all right? The Empress is a beautiful card. So they see you, that you carry yourself with dignity. You've got your SHIT together, all right? They see you as the Empress, all right? This person might be fixated on you, Aquarius, all right? So watch out for that, male or female. Okay, how you see this person, all right? You know, Aquarius, you might see this person as a little bit manipulative, all right? Seven of Swords in reverse. I don't know whether you know this person, but you might see them as deceptive. So let's say, for example, they're in your periphery and you know them to be a serial dater or cheater and all these kind of things. This is how you see this person, okay? So it looks like you don't trust them, Aquarius. Okay, so they see you as the Empress, okay, and their challenge. All right, yeah, there's no offer of love. So I'm wondering whether, you know, they have these designs on you, but the challenge is that, you know, there's no romantic offering from you, or you're not offering a cup of love to this person, you know, Aquarius, because you see them as deceptive. Do you know who this might be? Okay, your challenge in this situation is to get very clear with yourself, you know, Aquarius. You know, do I want to enter into these kind of things? All right, you know, this is being stuck, the Two of Swords in the upright. Okay, it's a challenge for you to unstick yourself. Okay, interesting. I'm going to go deeper with this reading. We're going to find out a little bit more about why you might feel stuck. Okay, a lot of swords in this. On your side. Mutual energies, all right? This might be someone that you meet whilst traveling. This could be someone where travel is involved, okay? This could be, for example, someone you meet at work and you're traveling to conventions, you're traveling for work, these kind of things, all right? But the chart, the mutual energies is, you know, you might really get on and seem like you're going in similar directions, okay? It's the mutual energies. Interesting reading, Aquarius. So, some of you, it could be abroad, all right? You might meet somebody abroad, or it could be long distance with the Chariot, can do. But you see this person as deceptive. Okay, why do you see them this way? They see you as the Empress, right? So, why do you see them as the Seven of Swords in reverse? And then we got the Star in reverse here, okay? So for some of you, you might know this person, you might know them to be, you know, pretty deceptive or disingenuous or sneaky, serial daters, all these kind of things, opportunists. And you don't really have any hope in a situation like this. This is how you see them. The Star in reverse, they're not healing their deceptive ways. So it's like, you know, a leopard never changes its spots. Maybe this is how you see them, Aquarius. They see you as the Empress. Oh, look. God. All right, they see you as, not only do they see you as possibly the one for them, they also see you as very attractive here, okay? We got the Empress and we got the King of Wands. So this person really has their eyes set on you, Aquarius, but you see them as deceptive, okay? So the challenge is the Knight of Cups in reverse, right? This is you not offering their love or them not being able to offer it to you. Yeah, look. And then we've got the Strength card. You know, this is holding back. This is, you know, taming the ego, these kind of things. But their challenge is to hold back. I'm wondering whether they have some kind of inclination that you know about their past, okay, and you see straight through them. And it's a bit of a challenge for them. You know, they're holding back from offering you something, but they might have the hots for you. And your challenge, all right, is, you know, We've got the Ten of Cups in reverse here, and then we've got the Two of Swords in reverse. This might be separate to this person, but your challenge seems to be, freeing yourself from freeing yourself maybe from illusions, freeing yourself, Aquarius, from happy ever afters, these kind of things. So you might be taking off the rose-colored glasses and really starting to see, people for what they are, But this person, they see you as the one. They find you very attractive. All right, mutual energies is the Chariot. Okay, and then we've got two major arcanas here. Okay, so we've got Justice in reverse, and then we've got the Hierophant. Okay, just be careful. All right, you might see this person as already involved, already married. Okay, and then we've got Justice in reverse here. Okay, and so this is the mutual energies. All right, so some of you, it might be at work, it might be whilst you're traveling, or you're abroad when you meet this person. Just for some of you, it's not a personal reading, guys. But this person might already be involved, hence how you see them as being deceptive, okay? And you don't have any hope in it because they're already committed elsewhere. These kind of things, all right, with the Hierophant. And then, Justice in reverse. And, for some of you guys, you might have got a little bit carried away, in your interactions with this person. At work, it might have escalated to, oh, maybe there's something else here. But you know that they're deceptive or they're cheating on their wife or their husband, right? And I think it might be a very unfair thing for you to do, to enter into this, unfair to yourself, to put yourself into any precarious situations. So why does this person see you as the Empress and the King of Wands, right? So they see you as not only the one, but really attractive. Tell me more about that. How you might know who this is, Aquarius. Okay, look, some of you might be quite spiritual. I'm just saying, okay, this is how this person sees you. They realize that maybe they're a little bit more superficial than you. They're not as deep as you, but they find you highly attractive. Okay, maybe your spiritual side, Aquarius, is highly attractive to this person. Okay, but you see them as the Seven of Swords in reverse. All right, sneakiness, deceit, all these kind of things, and you don't really see them as transforming that or healing that. We never spend any quality time together. I'm just wondering, Aquarius, maybe this person is deceptive. They're already in a commitment with the Hierophant there, and you just think, well, that's a little bit sneaky. I don't think I'm going to set myself up, to spend quality time with this person. Or, maybe you see this person, maybe you're involved with this person and you know that they're cheating and you can't spend quality time with them because they're otherwise engaged. So some of you might actually be, the third person in a situation, okay? Your challenge is, all right, the challenge for you is to free yourself that, maybe this isn't your Ten of Cups, all right? It might be a challenge for you to free yourself from that, okay? And in time, maybe we could remain friends. Maybe your motto, maybe you're thinking, no, they're deceptive, don't want to go anywhere with this, and, maybe you found out at a later date that they were already involved or, these kind of things, all right? So their challenge is, not to offer this romantic, offering here with the Knight of Cups in reverse, and then we've got the Strength holding back, all right? What's this all about? So that card there, all right, I wish we could do it all again differently. I'm wondering whether this person's already committed, all right, and then they see you as the one and you're very attractive, but they're already involved, all right, just for some of you, okay? They might like the fact that, with you, anything seems possible, Aquarius. They like the togetherness they feel with you. But this person's going through a bit of a dark night of the soul, okay? So this person seems like we're just too different to ever make it work. And then we've got not as deep as you. Maybe you're a lot deeper, different morals and values. This person's going through a bit of a dark night of the soul, and you just see, right, Aquarius, you just see that, you know what, you are deceptive, and you're not, the leopard's not changing its spots here, and you know, we're never going to be able to have this, you know, 10 of cups together, all right, because you're already committed, all right. Just for some of you, this is how you might know who this might be, who has their mind on you, or who has you on their mind. Sorry, there's a flipper, guys, and I need to turn that over. Some advice in this situation for you, all right, what you might need to pay attention to, Aquarius. Let's have a look. Aquarius, I think you see straight through this person, or you see the danger that you could walk into, you know. Okay, we've got death here. I'm learning that endings are merely new beginnings, all right? And then we've got death here. So it's in reverse, okay? So maybe this is an ongoing thing with you. You haven't fully closed it out, because it is a challenge of yours, Aquarius. Maybe you're involved with this person and they are committed elsewhere, and it's kind of like an agreement, but you might have come to a realization that you're never going to get your 10 of cups with this person, because you can't spend quality time because they're going home to someone else, right? Many scenarios, it's not a personal reading, guys. And so it's a challenge for you to unstick yourself, you know, because from something that's not your 10 of cups. And so this might be ongoing for you, but this is who has you on their mind, right? Interesting scenario, guys. Just, you know, take care of yourselves. Don't set yourself up for disasters, okay, by, you know, getting involved with people that have no intention of, unless you're cool with that, all right? Let's have a look. Some advice for you, all right? A positive mantra to leave you with. You're protected. It's go time. You're currently being protected. The universe, God, Allah, however you frame your belief system, has your best interest at heart. Move forward fearlessly and have courage. And so, you know, it was a challenge for you to unstick yourself, and because you realize this isn't a 10 of cups, all right? So, you know, turn the death card, transformation, you know, if this is making you unhappy, okay, this situation, you know, you're protected, it's go time. You know, focus on what you want and move fearlessly towards it, Aquarius, you know, freeing up your energy. For someone that's maybe committed elsewhere, you know, free up your energy. You can meet someone that's maybe, you know, wants to jump in on the chariot with you and going in the same direction, you know, as opposed to the two horses, you know, going in different directions. You know what I mean? So let's have a look about this situation. Okay, as you reveal the innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Some of you might be trapped in a situation where you know there is no happy 10 of cups for you. Having said that, it hasn't ended and you're still going along with it. You know, some of you might be in denial. Others of you might go, it is what it is, you know, and we get on really well together and blah, blah, blah. I know that they're a little bit deceptive in the way they're handling situations, but what can I do? You know, it might be a nice bond, you know, and it's difficult to walk away from it. And, you know, what I'm saying is, Aquarius, just be careful that you don't sell yourself short, you know, and really restrict your life, you know, waiting around for someone that you can't spend quality time with. Does that make sense? One of these, some advice for you, all right, to leave you with. Aquarius, didn't want to come together, whatever that might mean. So, interesting reading though, guys, you know. Also, you know, this is the card of Aquarius and it's upside down, you know. So it's kind of like, you know, how you see them, they might throw you a little bit off balance. The whole situation might throw you off balance at times. Okay, visualization, imagination, experience and manifestation. So, you know, just be careful what you're manifesting, you know. If you're looking for the 10 of cups, you know, someone that's freely available to give to you and to build with you and, you know, move along the journey of life in the same chariot, as opposed to, you know, having a chariot and then, you know, like a cart behind it full of another family. All right, you know, just for some of you guys, it's not a personal reading. You know, then foster that, try to manifest that in your life and free yourself from this, you know, in order to give yourself a head start into finding this with someone. All right, if this is what you're looking for, Aquarius. I want to take one more of these, actually. One more message for you guys. They're very quick readings today, okay? But it looks like, someone that might be otherwise engaged, they have you on their mind. Wealth, money's on its way to you. Think thoughts of abundance. So Aquarius, focus on your coin. Don't let situations like this where sometimes it might get the better of you. Like, what am I doing? Why can't I leave this situation? Why can't I unstick myself? I know it's not my 10 of cups. Focus on your coin, focus on your careers and these kind of things alongside this. And sometimes things can transform, okay, without us doing anything. It just, some kind of miracle happens where things turn more in your favor. So focus on what you want. So Aquarius, thank you for listening. My name's Drew. This is Modern Tarot. If you like the content, please like, share or subscribe. It means I can continue to do this for free for you. If you like the content, that is, if you want a personal reading, you can reach out at moderntarot.net or visit the YouTube Modern Tarot store and for personal readings, and I'll do my best to help you. So enjoy that. Good luck with it, and I'll see you in your mid-May readings. Take care, Aquarius. Bye now.